What makes a log periodic dipole array special is its ability to maintain consistent electrical characteristics, impedance, VSWR, radiation pattern, and forward gain over an exceptionally wide range of frequencies. While most directional antennas are inherently narrow band, a well-designed log periodic antenna can operate continuously across a massive bandwidth, often covering a frequency ratio of 2:1 or even 10:1. Example, providing continuous coverage from 30 MHz to 300 MHz. A log periodic dipole array visually resembles a standard Yagi with elements of gradually increasing length, but its electrical mechanism is entirely different. The lengths of the dipole elements and the spacing between them increase logarithmically from the front shortest to the back longest. Furthermore, every single element on an LPDA is directly connected to the feed line, usually with the phase reversed between adjacent elements. Here is what happens when you transmit or receive. The active region. At any given operating frequency, only a small cluster of 2 to 3 elements that are approximately a half wavelength long become electrically active or resonant. Directors and reflectors. The shorter elements positioned just in front of this active region act as directors, while the longer elements immediately behind it act as reflectors. Frequency shifting. As you change the operating frequency, this resonant active region simply slides up or down the boom. Lower frequencies utilize the longer elements at the rear, while higher frequencies utilize the shorter elements at the front. Because the geometric proportions of the active region remain perfectly scaled relative to the operating wavelength, no matter which subset of elements is currently doing the work, the antenna's performance stays remarkably flat across the entire design spectrum. Log periodic versus Yagi. Because they look physically similar, log periodic antennas are most frequently compared to Yagi-Uda antennas. Understanding the difference highlights exactly what makes the LPDA unique. Here is a comparison. Bandwidth. Extremely wide continuous spectrum coverage for log periodic dipole array. Yagi-Uda very narrow, tuned precisely to specific bands. Feed system. All elements are directly driven by the feed line in case of log periodic dipole array. In Yagi-Uda antenna, only one element is driven, the rest are parasitic. Gain versus size. For log periodic dipole array, lower gain relative to its physical boom length, while Yagi-Uda antenna has high gain relative to its physical boom length. Common uses. Log periodic dipole array used in TV reception because multiple channels have to be received with the same antenna. Electromagnetic compatibility testing, that is, any device, electrical device, has to be shown that it does not produce electromagnetic interference to other devices, or it does not suffer from other devices as well. This is mandatory testing before a device is marketed. For that, you need to monitor a large spectrum and needs an antenna like a log periodic dipole array. It's also useful for military HF communications where they want to shift bands. In case of Yagi-Uda antenna, point-to-point links and amateur radio DXing. With a log periodic antenna, you are trading gain for bandwidth. Because only a few elements are actively resonating at any given moment, a lot of the metal on the boom is dead weight for that specific frequency. A Yagi of exact same physical size will always significantly outperform an LPDA on Yagi's tuned frequency. but the LPDA will work everywhere else.